welcome to the video. So today we have our first Supra on the channel. This is Joe. He's just moving the car around. He's had it wrapped. He's part of the Prestige and Performance Car Club that we're both in. I'll put a link in down below in the description if you want to join. I think it was £25 for the year. So yeah, it's great. You can meet a load of people who have got cars and we all do drives. There's a drive this Sunday that we're going to be doing. It's a nice little hoon from Winchester all the way down to somewhere. But yeah, I'll put a little link. But yeah, he's had this Supra for about 2 months or so. He's just had it wrapped. It sounds amazing. I'm going to show you guys. Content's content, and I'll let him talk about his car. So yeah, like, subscribe, and enjoy. Let's get rolling. All right, Joe, welcome to the channel.
Hello.
How long have you had your Supra?
3 months so far.
3 months. How are you finding it?
Yeah, it's really, really good.
What did you have before this?
So I had a C43 estate for about 5 months stint, I think it was. Bought that initially just as a fun daily, only ended up driving it on back roads, so thought, why am I lugging around a 2-ton estate? Let's get something more fun. Everything worked out very, very nicely with obviously the used car market at the moment, so I managed to jump out of that with some money, and then went straight into a Supra.
Cool. Nice new wrap. What's the colour?
It's called Satin Bitter Yellow from 3M.
Okay.
Initially I was looking at more metallic colours, and then last minute thought, why not go for something a bit different, to be honest.
Okay. Who are the guys that have done this? What?
So, the chap's name's Valet Magic.
Okay.
You can check them out on Instagram. We've known them now for a few years. I'd probably say best in the business for this type of work.
Okay.
Very reputable, specialises mostly in high performance and supercars, but will do pretty much whatever you need, to be honest with you.
So my M2 is going to get a load of carbon-y bits done. So I'm probably going to wrap the roof black at some point, so I'll probably go to those guys and get it done.
Yeah, go for it.
So what led you to end up with this? Because it looks amazing. Like under the light, sometimes it looks green.
Yeah. And
sometimes it looks gold, and sometimes it's yellow. Is that the colour you had in mind?
Yeah, so on a car like this, because of the shape, and it's something you don't really see everywhere, I wanted to do something that was different. Okay. The car comes from factory in about 5 or 6 different colours. It does actually come in yellow from factory, so that was one thing I was thinking about. I didn't like the idea potentially of choosing a colour which you could get from factory, but this is obviously something a bit different than just normal yellow paint. Originally I was looking at Lamborghini colours, so like the orange they do, I think it's called Borealis something, or Verde Mantis, the green. And then I went in, spoke to Robbie at Valet Magic. We went through all of the different wraps, so he does pretty much anything you need. Avery, 3M, Inozatec, pretty much all of them. Went through all of the sheets, and this particular one stood out so much. Yeah. We could see even inside when it was just on the general wrap sheet.
Show me. Let's have a look.
Yeah, go for it. So we could see even on the sheets inside his workshop the different flakes. So I don't know if it's coming up well on the camera, but you can see in direct light you get kind of a
greeny tint, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I think which is where the bitter comes from in the name. But then in the off shine, where it's not directly hitting it, you get kind of a warmer yellow.
Yep.
And then on the very peaks of the bodywork, you get white. So you get kind of a real mixture of colours. Almost looks gold in the dark. Just picked it up now in the dark, so I can't wait to see it in daylight, but I'm thinking it's going to be quite bright.
Yeah, so driving behind you, driving in front of you, it looked gold, kind of like that M4-y gold.
Yeah, definitely.
But then, I'll try and show you guys, if you can kind of see. It looks kind of lime green, and you step further out. And some parts it's yellow, it's gold. It's really nice, and they've done an absolute cracking job. Open inside here, all in the door shuts as well. They've done I've seen some really bad wraps before, even on supercars, and these guys have done a really good job. I'm actually really impressed. And then you've got a load of carbon on it. But it's completely stock tune.
Yeah, stock at the moment. Obviously, B58 gang can't stay stock.
Cracked an engine.
Yeah, exactly. So at the moment, it's just purely cosmetic bits: carbon, some carbon wind deflectors, spacers to bring the wheels out ready for suspension, which will be going on next month. I've put on the forged front braces. I wouldn't say it necessarily needed it. but they were there and they looked cool, so I thought, why not?
Cool.
In terms of any performance upgrades, I have done the MST induction kit, which sounds crazy. It's fascinating, taking out the stock BMW turbo inlets full of baffle, rifling, all kinds of sound deadening materials, which can't be great for the airflow. The MST kit is basically a straight pipe from the turbo into the airbox, so you get so much more noise. Hopefully will help me when it does come to tuning it to get a lot more air into the engine. So yeah, I'm probably going to go no more than stage 1, really, 450-ish. Doesn't need more than that, to be honest with you, it's quick enough.
So OG viewers might remember that I used to have an M140, and that 40i engine, the B58, is actually in the Supra. So ZF gearbox, B58, absolutely brilliant engine, like a step up, a next generation from the N55 engine that's in the OG M2. So yeah, it looks really good, Joe. I'm impressed. It's really nice. And the thing with Supras, and we were saying off camera, that people overlook them in photos on Instagram, on social media. That they don't. I don't know whoever takes the photos or the media, but I often look at them and I think, oh, it doesn't really look anything special. And then every time one drives past, and when at the wrapping place, he opened the door, the minute I saw it, I went, wow, because the hips on it are really wide. The car looks really good, and everyone, especially in this colour, everyone's going to be looking at it now. And they just, in the UK, they just haven't done so well, and I think people have just overlooked it completely.
Yeah, it's almost like, I don't know if you've been seeing it much on YouTube, but it's almost like in the last year or so, people have just suddenly, all the kind of initial hype around, oh, it's a BMW, has kind of calmed down. People are now buying these on the used market for a lot less than they were new, and I think the proposition of what they are begins to make a lot more sense.
Yep.
I'm not sure that I would pay what these are new for it, given...
How much are these new?
I think 55 for the Pro.
That's pretty mental, because that's my M2 money. I mean, I didn't pay 55 for it, but...
Yeah, and obviously this does share a lot of parts with the sister car, which was the Z4, which they were co-developed with.
Yeah.
So at that kind of price bracket, for that kind of car, I'm not sure for me personally it makes a huge amount of sense.
Yeah.
But you can get these used now with kind of 5,000 to 10,000 miles for kind of what before this price hike would have been about late 30s, now you're looking at early 40s. So it's a substantial discount from new. And yeah, they make a lot more sense in that kind of price bracket. Yeah, because
it's a 2-seat sports car. There's a drag race video on Carwell.
Yes.
Where a Supra goes up against a Z4 and absolutely demolishes it, even though it's same engine, same everything. Yeah,
it's funny because these are supposed to be the same, and I'm assuming that there was some kind of gentleman's agreement between Toyota and BMW to make them be as fast as each other, but then when you actually road test them, this is substantially faster. And we dynoed this at Surrey Rolling Road, which is notoriously a heartbreaker dyno, so kind of worst case scenario, and this put down 372 stock.
Right.
So
it's supposed to be about like 340.
Yeah, 335, 340, which is actually what the Z440s make. So yeah, substantially more than they claim. And that is actually something which I do like about this, is you do get the impression that this is kind of Toyota's flavour on a BMW recipe. The steering feel, the suspension calibration, even down to things like the way the intake's tuned, the engine's tuned, everything is slightly different to BMW. And all my friends that have been in this that have had 140s, 240s, have all got into it with kind of the expectation that it's going to just kind of feel like a rebranded version of what they had. But all of them have come out of it saying this is nothing like my 240, my 140. Handles differently, sounds differently, different torque characteristics. So I'm not technical enough to understand exactly what Toyota have done to it, but it seems like GR kind of have put their own touch on it. Yeah. Well,
I've never been in a Supra. I've never even got up this close to one before. But Joe is hopefully going to be on the Sunday drive.
Yes.
In 2 days' time, if he's willing to get this thing absolutely dirty. So hopefully maybe he'll take me out for a spin in it, and I can stick a GoPro in and get some reactions. But leave the video here.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like it, comment, subscribe, the usual. You'll be seeing more of Joe in the future. And I'll see you later in the next video.